And we're back. All right, so this week we're going to be taking our Canon Rush that I've been working on for a couple weeks now. We're going to take it to a hanging map. Now, I've looked around on YouTube for a little bit, trying to find a tutorial on how to do that on a hanging map. Can't really find one, so I'm just going to take the notes that I've had from my current Canon Rush build, and I'm just going to go to a hanging map and try and figure it out. All right. Let's go find a hanging map. That's a 2v2. Let's get some 1v1 filter. Alright, so this is... Hey, there we go. That's a hanging map. So we're going to start it out on sandbox mode, just because I don't want to have to worry about things. Okay, so we've got our... Alright. So we've got our storages right here. The only thing I can see that we're really going to need is a wind turbine. It looks like I can put one right here, and it's going to be efficient enough that we'll have the power from it that we need. Let's throw the timer up there. Okay, so that looks like the first part of the build. So, throw the mine up. Ooh, wait, no, because first things is mine cell attack. Okay, so let's try that again. Mine. Looks like we have this guy that we can sell. And then tech. Alright. We already have a platform, so we can just throw this wind turbine up here. I've seen some people sell some of these nodes, and I'm curious to see which ones are worth keeping and which ones are worth not keeping. I don't want to make a habit out of selling this metal one because I know that while it does give a lot of resources, it also can leave you open to buzzsaws, and just losing outright because you didn't keep yourself protected is a poor way to go. Probably do this though, and that should give me some extra income. And then I'm going to need a place for my technology, my second tech. So let's get that available. Did give us a nice boost. Hopefully we'll have 800 by the time it completes. Probably like right at that point. Boom. That is not where I meant to place that, but that's okay. And then I'll want my next mine. Oh, mines go down here. Oh well, this is interesting. Okay, so I suppose let's make this out of background bracing. Try and get this as close as I can. Oh wow, that was expectant. Doesn't really matter where we put it, so let's keep it to the front as much as we can. Next one. And then this would be where we would, well, first of all, scout, but yeah. This isn't exactly a map where we really need to right now. Oh, very interesting. So now we have a platform for our cannon. How close do we want to keep it to our core? That's the next question. And I think that question is we don't want to keep it very close to our core. Maybe I'm just biased, but that's just how I would want it. Let's get this 3. This triangle. Keep going. And then this is where we'll put our tiny doors. Technology is done. We can... Oops. That was unnecessary. Alright. And there we go. I want this as background bracing because I want to make sure that any heavy weapons fire that comes through here, that largely leaves this intact. Later on I'll have to worry about protecting my mine here, but that's, again, a later worry. Alright, now this is down. I can essentially place another one down here. And this will be my second cannon of the build. Tiny doors. Alright, here we go. There we go. That's tiny door number 2, and now we worry about defenses. Oh, that's kind of cool, but I don't really want to do that. So let's bring these out. I'm fine with that. All right. So for taking a cannon shot, I've found that this works well. This setup right here is enough to take one cannon shot, so it's good enough defense for that, right? The doors, on the other hand, that's a little different. Like, if you've got enough of this wood span, then it'll be fine, but you all ideally want at least 2 pieces of metal behind, or in front of your heavy weapons. And then I'll worry about this. And let's just 430, so that's going to be first energy weapons rush. And hotkey, first weapon, let's fire. Boom. Alright, sweet. Now let's get another mine down, and we're gonna want more. Oh, I didn't think about this. How am I gonna get more? Well, that's interesting. Maybe that'll help. I'm gonna need way more energy. I could use this. I wonder what that's gonna be at. Oh, it says 100%. Oh, that's interesting. Alright. Don't have the energy to fire this. Let's get you down. Let's get another door on you. That's a little preemptive, but it's fine. Alright. I want to aim higher. Now, if the AI was here and they'd built out a base and they lost this particular bracing, and the top front of their base would look like this, then they probably would have fallen. And this is why we play. Alright. We get another battery so that we can eventually get the energy storage that we need. This is an interesting concept. I gotta figure out how we're gonna do this. Alright. Let's see. Alright, so if I convert this to background bracing, then I can potentially... Does it fit in here without... I wonder. I want this to be background bracing. That says 3% efficient, and that says that's 35, which means that this is too close. Alright, this first one sells, and that's good enough, so technically we can have the second one back. So the second strut back here, we can have one here, and we don't have to convert as much of this to background bracing. Alternatively, we can convert all of this to background bracing, throw an energy shield or something right here, instead of this metal. So we can convert it to an energy shield at some point, but then we're going to need additional wind. An additional turbine for that. And then we can just move these to a different spot. This was actually supposed to be placed a little bit more down. So we would have this strut right here to place another turbine on. And then, of course, we could put this battery somewhere else, maybe up here, or, yeah. Or just place another one back here. Alright, let's try it again. Alright. Sell. I want to do that again. Mine, sell. We're gonna do this anyways. And tech. And turbine. Alright, let's put this back to wood, because, yeah. I don't know if that's entirely necessary, but I'm gonna do that for now. And then we'll need this to drop down. Should be good for now. Yeah. I definitely want to start with this turbine, though, because that means I don't have to worry about placing an additional platform for it or anything else. Alright, technology's coming up. Hey, there we go. We got it in the right place this time. Okay, so let's see how much bringing this down actually costs. 56, 56. And we can't reach the bottom with that. That's 1,000 energy right there. Unless we do that. There we go. That cuts that cost. That's still a long time. I'm fine with it. We'll be okay. Alright, so now let's work on this. Let's... Alright, I'm gonna try something here. I'm gonna place the turbine first. And then I will convert this to the energy shield when it's about halfway done. Let's see if that works. Oh wait, no, this is the wrong part of that. So the mistake that I just made there was I wanted to make that before I placed my first cannon down, and I think that's a mistake. I think that's a mistake because that really cuts down on the time that I'll be able to fire first. And I think being able to fire first is really what's going to give me the advantage, especially with the start like this, where this is what's going to bear the weight of most of any base that's going to be here. So instead, I'm going to wait until after I place my first cannon. And then just delay the second cannon. Yeah. I think that's the strat. Okay, let's place an area for our second tech. And we'll be off. Ooh, we didn't have metal that time. Why didn't we have the metal? Oh, it's because I didn't do the door. Alright, let's try again. Sell. Energy. Do that. Because we already have the metal, we're just waiting for the energy at that point. And we aren't going to get it from conversion, so there we go. That'll be fine. And let's get ready to place our second tech. And this is the time where we'd be scouting the enemy, seeing what they're doing, waiting for our resources to tick up to where we need them to be. I like it so far. Alright, we're getting close. Boom. Alright, so now we want the mine next. That seems to be the cheapest way that I can think of to really get to that effectively. Oh, this is all for bracing. That's fine. Alright. So, let's just... Oops. Let's fix this. And yes, I know. This is going to be platforms for cannons anyways, but still. Alright, now is when I want to try and convert this area into a place for turbines. I'm going to trade this. Does it take 174 energy? That is a lot. I may have to wait. And place this now. Because now, there's no way we're going to be able to place a cannon right then. I just realized I just did the same exact thing again. I don't know, it doesn't delay it that much. Let's try it. Alright. Let's do this, just so that I can get the basic outline. $255. 302. That's not bad. I don't think that's bad. But I did run out of energy for this, I think. Oh no, I ran out of energy because I placed the cannon. So that does leave my base vulnerable for that point, but as long as I can get that under, like if that's the 3-minute mark, then the only thing I'm going to be vulnerable to there is buzzsaws. Which doesn't sound as appealing now that I say it out loud. That'll have to be something that I do later on. Alright, just because, yeah, if I do that... Either or. So... if I bring this over... Let's put one here, and just... Right now, I'm not worried about the rest of the build for this round. What I am worried about is testing how much wind these guys need. Because right now, they're at a decent... they're at a decent percentage. But if I put this here, then that cuts them both down to 35. You can see the numbers down here. Right. So how far do I need to build before this doesn't become a... Because this would be metal, and I'm not going to get rid of the metal and or energy shield production here. But converting it to energy shields this early is just not as viable as I need it to be. Alright. Can you reach? Can you reach? Let's pull this back a little bit just to see if it can reach. It's not reaching. That's unfortunate. That's okay. I'm also concerned about base deformation. There's always this, but that's only 2, and then there's this, which is 3. Let's try for these 2 up here and 1 down here, and see if we can't make that happen, because then we can put the final cannon down here, right? And that's all we have to worry about. All right, mine, sell, tech. Convert, turbine. Let's see if that gives me any boost of energy. It does not. It's just metal. Fair enough. Since we're on a saving metal hype, let's save 14 whole metal. While still getting ourselves a place to put our second tech down. Ooh, you know what? We can save the extra 34, so we can save and hold like 50 metal. But we still have enough... let's try it without that. Okay. So this is gonna be a very bare bones kind of thing going on. I say bare bones. I've seen E10 and a number of other talented players go a lot more bare bones, but oh, I didn't convert. Okay. All right, mine, sell, tech. Alright, convert, turbine. Looks like the closer I get to this wall, the more energy efficient I get. Alright, so we got that. So since we're not using this for turbines, like we've determined that for now, the only thing I'm going to do is drag this out. And not even that. Just that. 20. Beautiful. I love it. Alright, scouting, scouting, scouting. Waiting for our resources, which should be up a whole lot sooner. We're always going to be floating energy, which is fine, because for an early build, we're always going to be floating energy. But metal, on the other hand, we don't want to float. Like, if there's anything additional that we can build at the time, then that's great. But what we don't want is to waste that metal. That is much harder to come by. So let's see if we... Boom. Alright, and we still have less than 100 metal, but more than enough to place it as soon as it drops, which is great. Next up, we can... I wonder... There we go. 48 instead. That is so not worth it. Okay, well, let's try again. Mine, sell, tech. What I was trying to go there with that is spending less by making a smaller platform that extends down, but it doesn't even save very much. It's near trivial, but the whole cost would have been lessened by like maybe 25, 30 metal, it seemed. Because this costs 56, and then the drawdown that I was going to do after that costed something like 46 or something like that. Okay, so it would have saved a little bit more, maybe 30 or 40. But still, I'm not as worried about that for the very little amount that we would have gained. Plus, we want a place for platforms for our cannons anyways, so... On top of it not being as cost-effective as I had hoped, it also eliminates good positions for our cannons. So I'm not into that. Oh yeah. Scouting, scouting, scouting. 800, we're crossing over. And dropping. So yeah, 56. It's unfortunate, but it's what we got. That's interesting. Alright. As soon as we drop that, I think what I'm going to do is instead of like letting it snap to grid, I'm going to pull it back just enough so that this is also a fortification. A very small fortification, but a fortification nonetheless. Because that way just random bullets can't just shoot it immediately. Sniper is not going to be able to hit it unless, you know, you get an AP sniper and it's harder to just take out the mine from that. Aside from that, we just got to make sure it can take a cannon hit, but that's later. I think that's fine. Alright, scouting, scouting, scouting. Let's come back. I wonder what stability tech would look like on this map. That's an intriguing idea. Tiny doors. Alright, and we place. Nice. Okay, so now is when we need the extra turbines. And this is why I want to build all this in foreground, except for maybe down this bottom one right here. And then... just do that for another. Boom. And now we're gonna want this for our next cannon. I'm kind of a fan of putting this down first, just so I don't forget later. I wasn't even paying attention to what time I got that first cannon down, but it was early. See, it's half done now, and it's at 3:38, so about a 240 cannon, maybe a little earlier. That's not bad. Let's get our next one. Boom. Alright. So that's our second cannon. Now would be... We're going to want a second battery. And a turbine can't fit here. And then fortifications, fortifications, fortifications. Because now it is... Cannon o'clock, baby. Rip. Alright. Alright. We have the potential to fire at 4 minutes and 31 seconds with that build. That's not bad. That was a little preemptive. Got to get more defenses up, because if someone can hit us by 4:30, we need to be prepared by 4:30. Nice. So that's a nice shot. Here-ish. Alright, cool. So here-ish. Right there. Okay, cool. As long as I build it in the same place, it should hit the same place, right? Should being the operative word there. Let's get another mine down. Yeah, so like right here. Interesting. That'll be number 2. Oh, that's just something I forgot. Whoa. I somehow just got infinite everything. Okay. That was interesting. Oh, I get it. Okay. Oh, that's... Okay. It's... Alright. I think I understand. I think. So, like, let's say... Yeah, okay, so... That's what that is. So because I clicked on the enemy base, I get access to their stuff. And because I clicked on something that before didn't belong to anybody, it allowed me to unlimited everything. That's interesting. Anyways, back to our build. Alright. That's cool. So it's not the same. It'll be down here somewhere. I want to know where that shot is. Because, and the reason that I want to know exactly where that shot is because with this 2 cannon build, as long as both of them survive, if this doesn't take them out, then these shots, knowing exactly where to put those 2 shots, right here, and then let's just aim down a little bit, right there. So right there, that'll destroy their defenses and their economy most likely, which will make it a whole lot easier for 2 cannons to wipe out just about anything. They'll have the opportunity to, like, maybe door snipe me, or, like, they'll have opportunities to get back at me, but less of them, it seems. Alright. Did I not place that second? Oh, I placed that second battery down. Is 3 just not enough? It doesn't seem like 3 is enough. But that was fun. Let's see that. Oh, let's not. Okay, we're just gonna restart. Mine, sell, tech. Okay. Convert, turbine. Let's try and actually pay attention to where, or how long or what time, excuse me, the cannon comes out this round. Thinking I'll make this the last of my runs for tonight. And then I'll try and practice this throughout the week. I've been getting into live multiplayer a little bit more, because I got to a point in the vanilla build for Canon Rush where I was just not able to really practice my rush versus anybody who's rushing heavy weapons against me, and that's only really going to happen in multiplayer. The AI that it comes with the game is really good for practicing when you know your opponent is rushing flak or EMP or mortars to an extent. but when they're... the AI just does not rush heavy weapons, and because it does not rush heavy weapons, you can't really practice against it, which sucks. And all of that is for bracing because I forgot. Alright, let's get this mine. Just make sure it's right here. So I've gone online, and so far I've been really blown away with how awesome this community's been. I've had a couple of really wholesome moments with people from all the way around the world sometimes. And it's also been challenging my skills because, for example, the other day, I largely, as you can see, don't practice with commanders just because I want to get the fundamentals of the build down first before anything else. And because of that, you know, I didn't know how incredibly difficult the Firebird mortar rush was to defend from. It just hit me like nothing else, and I've tried practicing against that build with my Canon Rush for 2 or 3 games. I still don't have an answer, really, not yet. But it gives me an insight as to what I need to practice into, you know, an idea of the direction that I need to check into to just make sure that I'm gonna be able to move into something that's going to help me improve, because it's just gonna be a part of it. I can't just pull that. That's fine. Let's do this. Platform for the next turbine. And then placement and tiny doors. And then just wait. I ranted right through when I placed my cannon. I have to go through the replay this time. But that's okay. We'll make it. Mainly because the computer's not doing anything. Oh, why am I not defending? Okay, alright. So this is defendo territory. Okay. Alright. And these are already... well, yeah. Oh, that's why I wasn't defending. Because I was waiting for money for a cannon. Well, that's okay. Let's place this cannon. And first one should be up. Alright. I think this is the spot. And of course I don't have the energy to fire it. Why would I? Beautiful. That was the shot. Right here. Beautiful. For anybody wondering, I'm using the hotkey to move the camera to the place where it can see the whole map, roughly. You can still zoom out a little bit and in, obviously. But the spacebar, by the default, will bring you out to see the entire map. Now that I got that figured out, let's drop a battery in our safe-ish place, as totally evidenced by... But yeah, that's the shot that I was looking for. Let's see if I can remember the shot from the second one. Also, let's build another turbine. And then some more defenses. Drop another mine. I largely think that those extra resources that I had there to drop that mine, to pull this out and get a new turbine, I may or may not have that in actual multiplayer matches because, you know, the enemy's firing at me. But I have them, and so I'm gonna imitate them as if I had them in the match, because I feel like that's the best thing I can do, I suppose. Like, I'd want to do this, and then I'd want to get a sniper, and then I'd want to put tiny doors on the sniper, but right now I want to save up and do this. Boom. Just literally just boom again. Alright, so right here, and then just right below it. Sweet. I love it. I've seen on Incursus's stream a power and like a power meter, I suppose, and an angle. So in degrees, like you can tell the angle in degrees and the power by a percentage. But I don't know if that's like an old feature and it's been removed, or if it's just removed by default. That's pretty. That is never not fun. Yeah, I don't know if it's been removed or by default, so let's go check it out. Let's go see if we can find it. Keep devices isolated. Clock sync. That's interesting. Tips enabled. Input. Cycle view. Yeah, cycle view space, just like I was saying. Delete. I'm not seeing it. I'll look. Oh, well, yeah, hang on. View control, weapon control. Interesting. So this is up and down to increase and decrease weapon power. Let's go back and find... let's just go practice and see if we can do it with the machine gunner. So at first, we need to go back and find out when we dropped our cannon. There we go. Alright. 240. Oh, no. 242. Darkness. But yeah. So yeah, 2 minute 42 cannon. That's not terrible, I don't think. Let's restart and see. Alright, so the hotkey for was up and down. Just so is it. Interesting. What about up and down for power, and aim is F and Shift F. Maybe it's only for more precise weapons, so let's get a cannon out. Or better yet. Let's see if I can just place one. Oh, nope. Alright, cool. We get to do this. Normally. ... question mark. We may not have to work for resources if we just do one of these. I have no idea if this is actually going to make things faster or not, but we're going to try it. Oh. Okay. I should have started this so long ago. Alright, cool. Well, I mean, I can just put it here. Okay, cool. As you can see on the side, I have unlimited unlimited resources, so I can just kind of do what I want here. Where's my grid? There's my grid. Cool. Hey. Alright. Essentially, I didn't want to go through my entire build just to build a cannon. And I wound up taking more time, because I'm a genius. That was a joke. Alright. I think this is 2.5. Yeah, it looks like it's 2.5. And if it's not, we can use the next one up. While we're waiting... Oh my. That was unfortunate. What about this then? That was much better. Now this is hanging somewhat at similar height, so this trick where I just aim right here and it perfectly matches probably isn't going to work. But that's okay, because that's not what we're here for. Hey. Oh, I could have placed another one right away. Well, there it is. Yay. That's interesting. But yes. Okay, just the last thing that we were here to do. So, input all keys. F and Shift F. Alright, cool. Because with the machine gunner, what I'm assuming it will do is just... Oh, look at that. But it doesn't give the numbers. And then just up and down. So up and down are just literally going to the top of the range and the back and the bottom of the range. Which sucks. But we're going to try it with this and see that if it being a heavy weapon is a little bit more precise. Will also give us more precise movements with those keys. Because now I'm just curious. I'm pretty sure it's not going to give us any numbers, like the angle or the power, but that's fine. And I'll do some more research on that off stream. But ding. All right. Nope. And then up and down. Yeah, F and Shift F. It's the same. That's rather disappointing, but I am going to look into it more. If you guys have any other questions about that, throw me a comment down there. Let me know, and I'll see what I can find out. I hope you enjoyed hanging out today and watching me hopefully get a little bit better and get a little bit more practice in. I am going to try and post more content this week, and I'll be back to stream next Sunday, so feel free to catch me whenever you can. And I'll